Okay guys, hello everyone and welcome back to Software Inc, where today we're really picking up on the... Hold on a minute, how has that gone unnoticed? Anyway, we're really picking up on how we're catching up on all this work, and as I'm doing that, I'm spotting errors in building materials and all sorts really. But we're just going around quickly while I'm going to walk through what we're doing today. And I'm checking that everything is connected appropriately, because if it isn't, these aren't connected to the grid. Damn it. Select all buildings, select all furniture items, connect. That should now be a terabyte. Perfect, that's right. Okay, so if you didn't know, I'm going to walk you through a few things quickly, and we're going to have a talky talk day today, so I'm just going to slow down the game speed just to a level where we can have it observing and be fine with that. So guys, we've had a content blip in the past day and a half, and now I'm playing catch up. Had to pull down videos, fix audio, and that's perfectly fine. I absolutely understand that. It's what you sign up to when you're doing content management, of course, and everything is bound to have issues at times. I'm really confused why there's a chef walking around with a pan of water. I saw that from that far away and I'm like, am I seeing this right? But anyway, my point to today's explanation is, you will notice yesterday the software video went up very, very late in the day. And that's a mix of, one, the video had to be re-edited because I made a mistake and that's on me. Two, we built this new build and that took half a day, so it took a lot of time off me actually having the time to, you know, build it and then process it. And then I think it's like 3 in the morning I caught the error with the video and I'm like, how did that slip past me? So I had to pull the video, go through it, fix the tracks instead of them mapping in a weird way. That's the audio tracks. I'm not going to get too in depth, and then re-upload it and get it reprocessed. The processing bit is the most important bit. That's YouTube's end, where it takes 90 minutes for these videos to process on YouTube's end. I can have it uploaded in minutes, but there's still a processing delay. Until it's processed, my videos are usually in 4080p. Bear that in mind, that is a resolution that not many phones even use anymore for cameras. And that's the resolution that it's at until processed by YouTube's end to make it more efficient for them. And it does make an issue for me in, obviously, content practicality. I mean, you can't be very quick with putting videos out. You got to wait that 90 minutes more, of course. And it's annoying, but it's one of those. Anyway, the content is now going to be picking back up, and I wouldn't worry you guys about it. There's been delays. We're going to have those now and then. And today as well, I've decided to, just for today, and I do not want to make this sound bad, the Cartel Tycoon is on the back burner. What do I mean by that? I mean, I'm not rushing to get it out today. If we miss one today, it'll be tomorrow with 2. I just want to get the Software Inc videos done, the City Skylines done, and then the Cartel Tycoon. The Cartel Tycoon is a fan request, and I'm not saying I don't value it, because I do. It's just balancing 3 series at once. It's pretty difficult feat. So we're doing that, and we're going to be doing that. Just bear with me. Still working out the new setup, got all this new equipment, and it's teething issues. It's all working through the woodwork, and we're definitely getting there. It's just going to be one of those times, guys. Persevere with me. We'll make it through. If you have any feedback, comment section below. Anyway, today we are going to have a headache. And no, I don't mean the one like I'm having right now, because I've been editing all day. I mean a headache, as in new building, old building, new teams, old teams, moving 2 teams in here. Okay, and then designating these 2 rooms I've actually got for phone and console. I've already worked out what they're going to be, and then these are already assigned. And then what I might have to do, and I'm debating this, we still might need another office, annoyingly enough. Still, you know. And also, before anyone says it, yeah, I'm not happy with the way this turned out, but I'm not in the mood to change it for now. It's our reception building. We've got 4 spots in front. Do I like it? The roof. It's the roof that's not doing it for me. I might look on the workshop for a better roof. Just might. But other than that, you know, it just didn't work with the blue outline. Like you can see here, this gap, because it's so low down and we're looking down at it like that. It was so obvious compared to the red, you know, border. So it just didn't work with that. So I had to put a roof on. Anyway, let's get to this building. So we need to now go in here, and I think we did it from bottom to top. So Mafia is there, Sports is there. Okay. So I need to go through these, and I'm going to let the game time be paused actually. Because we can see here Mafia is having that issue of people being in their room, supposedly. And I don't want to get into the he said, she said of company bureaucracy, but I'm fairly confident they're correct. So what we need to do, we need to work out all of these. Now we've got 6 types of game. Ooh, how many floors do I have? I have 5 teams, I think, in this building. I need to add a floor, don't I? Oops. Or do I? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the basement. You guys thinking what I'm thinking? Go down a floor? I mean, I wouldn't put it past me. Let's do it. That is the stupidest solution to a problem I've ever had. But you have to give props to me realizing that. If I don't get props for that, I'm like, don't need to build a floor up. Just use what we got downstairs. This doesn't seem to want to divide into separate rooms as that format. So we do this way. Chop that off. I'm aware we're breaking it if it's new builds. And I'm aware it's going to give me an overburdened if I exit this mode. That's why I'm not exiting the mode. Okay. Now we got windows in here that won't work. And I'm aware this is going to look a bit goofy, having them in the basement. But there's no defending it. There's no defending it. I'm going to do some better ways of connecting these all together at some point as well. That's something I need to do and need to explain to you. It's definitely not something you want to see connecting these places together. But there isn't another solution out there yet. And until said solution magically appears for me, you know, I'm left doing some really odd ways of connections. So this is the method I use to connect the buildings together. It's going to be the method I use for quite some time, I feel, as until we get that feature in the game where I can reasonably build down here. I have a feeling it's just going to be like this. What I might start doing is using this down area as actual building places. Because I feel like you could build stuff down here and this could actually be useful. But I do make it so they're not solid. Not solid. I make it so they are solid structures so that they don't have to be fire code regulated, because you don't have to regulate these areas if they're solid. So that looks like it's all linked together now, all those grids, which is great. Which means the power's now linked together. I'd rather it allow us just to have electrical lines we had to pay for than do that. Anyway, down here we are going to need a set of stairs. Okay, and then I'm going to do some changes to this, because they're in the basement. I'm going to be nice to them. I can say it like that, and give them some stuff because they don't have to then travel upstairs necessarily, but they still will. Well, obviously I have to travel up to get out, but being upstairs up to the canteen. Right. So now we have enough teams. Let's actually make the teams now. So we need to make one of every game, and so help me God if another type of game unlocks I forgot about. So we already have a role-playing game. We already have a sports game. Is it sports simulations? Sorry, I know I have to check. Sports and roleplay. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get our notepad out, and we're going to come up with names for these other games, and that's what the team's going to be. So, we're going to make our very own adventure game, and it's going to be called... What's the silly name? Alex's Alien Adventures. Okay. That's what we're going with. So... Or just Alien Adventures, maybe? Ooh, I don't know. Make a funny name. About Wacky Adventures. Wacky and strange new world. Wacky and strange new worlds. No, it just sounds like a stupid brand name. Stranger Things. Stranger Things to see one. Call it the Stranger Things team. Okay. Right, so we're gonna have this floor down here. Might as well put them in the basement. What can be more ironic than that? Stranger Things team. Okay, I'll allow pass through. I'm gonna designate these rooms to each team. So Stranger Things, no pass through. Meeting room. Okay. Now this room is really dark down here, so they're gonna get the benefit of extra lights from me. I don't think that's something you can say as a I'm being nice. It's not a nice, it's because the room looks like a pile of turd down here. I don't want them looking like they're working in the medieval era, really. Nothing nice about that. Not being normal. Well, I do want to work in a darker place, maybe. I like a lower level of light, personally. My eyes, man, that's the only reason why it's too bright sometimes. Photosensitivity. And what type of profession do I have? IT. I work with computers, kind of YouTuber, you could say. That's the point I'm making that. I'm doing YouTubing and I don't like light. Two things that go yin and yang right there. Right. We'll have that window there, because there's no point getting rid of that. And then I'm going to have to choose a colour for down here. I think it's interior 2 for this. I'm going to go with this kind of green. Almost reads like it says office on the colour code. Okay, do that. And the chairs in here, yes, I went with those just because they look a bit more nice and you can colour them, unlike these where if you colour it, it doesn't really look good. So, is the bonuses in this room pretty good? Yeah. I know for the basement, that's a thing that some people don't like, but they'll be fine. Right, so we've got Mafia here. This needs to be designated Mafia. And now the reason we're designating these rooms is to stop other teams coming into them and then going, why have we meeting here? And then everyone shuffles around into each other, room, and they all have to travel, and it becomes one giant mess very quickly. And this is obviously going to be the play sports team, who I'm going to designate. Okay, right, now we got this team. Now we need to make another software, of course. Obviously I'm just writing names down for now. So we got Wacky Strange Things to See 1. That's that idea. Now then, that was a adventure game. Now we got a simulation game. So if our adventure game is Strange Things, what about, and I'm debating this name here, but World economy? It just sounds too formal. What about banking? No, banking on us doesn't sound great. Bank King? Bank King? Try it. It sounds funny. Doesn't have to be a good name, it just has to be a name. So we're gonna have Bank King for simulation. Okay, so that's another team that's gonna go here then. So let's make them a thing. Bank King team. Yeah. Okay. And I will allow pass-through, I just need to correct that. So pass-through allowed, but in here it's not something we're considering in here. And in doing that, I also need to designate this their meeting room. Limit usage to meetings, right. Okay then, so that was the simulation game. Now we need to come up with 2 more names, I think. 2 more floors, yeah. So we've got a RTS, real-time strategy, and a FPS, first-person shooter. Now I'm going to, and I've got post-it notes, that's what you're hearing there. I'm just ripping post-it notes and making sure, for the love of God, I keep these till these things stick in my head. Otherwise, 5 minutes later, I'll be like, rewind the video. What did I say? What was the name of that place? Bah. Okay. I need a stenographer, don't I? Right, real-time strategy. Let's go with... You know what? I'm going to do an homage to some Warographics. Right, Warographics is a channel. It's a great channel. I've got to give a shout out to them. Simon Whistler, is it? Is it Whistler? If I'm butchering his name, correct me in the comments. Great content producer. Recommend him 100 times over. But what I was going to say, the name Warographics, that is so clever. But I'm going to play on that. Waromatics. We're doing it. We're doing it. Mr. Whistler, that is in your homage, that my friend. No, I doubt it's the most. I think you're going to be looking at it going, wow! You know. Waromatics. Team. Waromatics. And then I'll allow pass through. And the reason for that is the bathrooms. For those that don't understand why I'm doing that. Where's Waromatics? I might remove those commas and just have it capitalize at the different point, maybe. Rename. Maybe a WOM. WOM. That's going to be the short name of it, isn't it? Right, and then last but not least, the first-person shooter. I think you all know what I'm going to say. Anyone want to say it? Anyone? What was the last series one? I wonder. I'll put you out your misery. Oh, I've been typing. World War Team. Right, there we go. That is the entire gaming development studio built. So we're going to now go into this team and really pull apart what they're doing individually. And we're also automating Mafia today. Rather regretfully, I might add, but importantly, we are. Okay, so what I need to do, this room here, I need to specify this, is, no, I need to do that. This room here is for meetings. Right, so then we've got up here and we've got these offices. These are for the designers or leads. I did get more than I needed. I am aware of that. I have debated joining one of these together. In fact, I'm going to do that out of interest of doing something more cool. So we're going to get this here. And we're actually going to quickly come in here and just get rid of all the furniture. And then we're going to work out this hallway light situation. If I do that, and then that. Okay. There we go. Okay, merge those rooms together. And then we've got this open area here. And I'm just for now going to put some smoke alarms in there. And a sprinkler. And I've got a spare room here. I see some light, but I've got a spare room here now that we can hopefully build something into. I might I want to experiment with an idea of mine, so I might use this to do that in a bit, but we're not going to do that yet. Okay, so we're going to come down here now, and bear in mind we got all these little studio teams set up, and this is going to be the tedious part because I got to set off Mafia first, and we're going to do each team setup, and then once they're running, that's it. So Mafia needs automating, so I need to go into here and actually check if Fowler can actually, that is such a silly name, Fowler can handle that. Fowler can't handle post-release tasks, can handle project management itself. Oh. You see, the problem with that I have here is I need someone on Mafia who can handle automation. And it's a shame really that you can't handle the add-on possibilities. Like say, I want so many add-ons on this game before moving on to the next one as well. Otherwise, that would be absolutely phenomenal. For now, we can't do that. Devs, please make that a thing. Because I'm going to have to make a team, and I'm going to do this at some point that can do add-ons only for all the games, all the software types. But for now, I'm not going to bother with that worrying. I want to work on this, so let's... It's very difficult to do this, but we're going to set up Mafia's own thing, and we're going to have to hire someone to do this. So I need HR, automation, socialization. Multitasking isn't a worry of mine. And they need to be compatible with the Mafia. And that only leaves one person, but he can't hold meetings. And this is the problem we run into here. Right, I'm going to make a difficult decision. I'm not going to hire him for this. I'm going to hire him for the banking team. Okay, so that's one. And then I'm going to hire someone for the Waromatics team. That's two. And then one for the World War team. That's three. And last but not least, where is Stranger Things team? There it is. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to worry about their automations for now. I'm going to have these people sitting around and hope they can get their tech points unlocked. I mean, I don't know if there's anything I can do to jog this process along a bit. I really don't think there is there? Is there any way I can get this to move on a little bit more? I know it's not back in the day where we used to be able to just pay for them to go and get the knowledge, and if they had the point available and you had the money, you could do it, but is there any way I can speed this process up? Because I could do with doing that. It's absolutely something we need. It's the post-release tasks that matters with Mafia, and I think for now we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that and let it be. We've got the other teams and we've got it all set up. Let's just see. Oh, hold up. I also have something else to do. Services needs dividing up shortly. So what I'm going to do for now in these offices that are free with no one in them, I'm gonna designate these to services. And then that way I know for a fact they're good to go. What is... Oh, interesting. Right, okay. So I previously designated these, that team. Oh, here, just select that. Don't select the foyer, don't select the balcony. And say no to that. And let's just make it services Inc. Anyone can pass through. Done. Employee can't get to where they're supposed to be. Who can't get where? Oh, me. Apologies. Because I made him sit in the center of the room, yeah. Right, that's that sorted. Let's let time go now. We've done all that. And let's establish where we're at now. Okay. I do like seeing our guards stationed outside each building. I'm just a little concerned that we might be running a bit slim. I'm also concerned I didn't put a chair there. I feel a bit savage now. So you'll notice in here that one of the modifications I made is facing them at the window instead of this way. So it looks more open than all the other buildings where it's like this instead, or they're in their own cubicle. This doesn't make much sense in the long run of it, because how are they supposed to catch someone breaking in? They can't. So I changed that iteration design, and I might come in here and do that, really. You know what? I'm gonna. We're gonna change the layout of these, and we're gonna get rid of these doors too, these damn doors. And the game is a bit like, oh, how are you supposed to get there? Easy. Once I do that, it's like, oh, that is ingenious. It makes sense now. Ooh. Go over here and do the same thing. And at first I was hesitant to have it facing the window, but no matter which way you do it, they're gonna be at that window. If we're gonna have a window there, so either have the window there or don't, you know. And having them have a window to look out, yeah, I don't mind that. So, and I do love this one. This reminds me of the Die Hard desk though, so I can envision that kind of scene happening. And why is this not being staffed? Okay, we're hiring more guards. How many guards do I even have? Because this is 51. Oh my god, how many each shift? I need to know. 16 in the morning, 18 in the afternoon. Oh my god. Why is that unbalanced? Okay, make you the morning. Let's see if that leveled out a bit now. So 17, 17, 17. Okay, that's that fixed. I know exactly what went wrong there. The box just lost their leader and is no longer under HR management. Floyd is left. Fleming, sorry, is left. Okay, well, we'll have a look and see if we can find someone that can fulfill that role appropriately. And it would appear... What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a decision here, and we're going to go with you, not only because you're great, but you are missing this point, meaning I could get socialization. That's my rationale going into that hiring. And then the same for you. I'm going to hire you onto the team there. And hopefully you'll start getting your level up. Right, let's quickly go into the box. And in fact, let's get all these teams too. Okay. And what I need to do, and I want to do this. And then organize by year of hire. Okay. So you are our designer, that is without a doubt. So the rest of you are all leaders. Okay. That looks right. Yeah, that's right. So now I need to go in here and say the leader for this. And oh my god, look how many teams we have. It's Alice Nunez. Nuez? Oh, I don't. If I try pronouncing names, I'll get them wrong and I'll upset someone somehow. And it's not somehow, I'm just getting someone's name wrong. That's a bit rude of me, that. Apologies. I don't mean it flippantly, but you know, my point was I'd upset someone somehow without realizing it and cause myself a heartache. Right, gonna have the 3D team and the Avengers actually work on this. Okay, Unix box, do that. That's moving along pretty quick. Ah, the Cadwell Golf expansion is ready. It is losing a lot of support very quickly, which is very concerning to me. I'm gonna try and get a catch on that, but I doubt we're gonna make an impact unless I announce its release. I'm gonna announce its release for in April now. I'm gonna say August of 1999. Okay, we'll promote it to the next phase. Try and get it to stabilize a bit. I don't think it will, annoyingly enough, but we'll try. It's worth a shot. Okay. It's absolutely worth a shot. I'm hesitant it'll level out, but it might. Right, how are we doing on Phoenix Live? It has a lot of stuff that needs work on, so I'm going to designate this to be updated. OS is great. Cube is dead. It's only been out a couple of years and it is dead. Wow. But we did automate. Oh, hold on. Where is this? A window? How is a window overheating? I don't want to sound... Oh. They're basically saying that the areas in here aren't cold enough. Okay. Okay. I'll indulge. Even if I think it's a bit silly, I'll indulge the motion of the it's too hot to work kind of idea. Even if I think it's a bit silly. Some of these are going to need floor vents, which is a bit annoying. It means that deleting of that thing was a bit pointless, but it's fine. Devs, can we get like a... Not devs as in game devs, but mods. Can we get like a mod that will allow us to... You know what I'm about to say. Move it mod. Yeah, just one of those. Quickly do this. These under here. Right, and then I want to come up here quickly, and I made a mistake on one of these and I did notice it's this one. Like that. I like to keep them symmetrical as much as I can, these builds. Something I'd like to do anyway. Right. Is there any more complaints of heat? There is. Where? That's a problem. Why did this not come across in my mind when I was designing this? I don't know. However, it's a problem that we're going to address now. I think if we can put them in there. And then what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to move these down here. And then at least it looks a bit more feasible. Not as outlandish when you say it's regulating the room's heat and, you know, humidity, etc. No, heating this room is going to be a lot harder than cooling it. Okay. And then what I can do with this is I grab both of those vents and just repeat it. It is a bit tedious, don't get me wrong. And this floor's going to be the one that I'm going to hate with a passion. Right. So if I push air in from there. Cold. Okay. And I'm just mixing that up. So it's got like a weird circulation. So I believe if you put cold air mixing like that, it actually causes it to move around a bit more. I could be wrong in the physics. I got a 6 on physics, and then I got an 8 on chemistry, a 9 on biology. So those are my scores for those in the UK. So and that's the translated scores. It's the modern ones. They were A's and whatnot. Anyway, that's what I got, but I could be wrong on that because they never covered that as a lesson. It's just my heard, and I'm just going off that opinion. So these rooms are now regulated. I'm hoping they're good. These rooms aren't, but these are hallways, so I'm not fazed by that. Got a few people retiring. Patent expire for 88. That's perfectly fine after 11 years, yep. They're gonna be at a lot of expiring waves now because we're 10 years ahead of when we started our research, so we're gonna start seeing that. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, right. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Let's see, so we're up to 2 billion in value, which is really good. Really good. And it looks like you are going up and up and up, which is great to see. But services are struggling to market this. That's the problem with services. Oh. Interesting. Well, I have built this room here and I've wanted to experiment with an idea. So we might as well get rid of the lights, get rid of them. I'm gonna keep the sprinklers where they are. And I'm gonna put heating there. I could probably actually get rid of just 2 of those in here and that's it. Might need another 2. What I'm about to do. I want this wall here to be like a feature wall as much as it can. And I'm not going to use anything fancy other than just these. Just to level it out a bit. Oh wow, those are really powerful compared to the usual shenanigans I use. And then I want some plants. And it seems not to like me doing that. So what I'm going to do is put a table there. In fact, actually I'm going to change the type of table to a corner. Because what I'm about to do, I'm going to show you in a second, is going to be a bit questionable, I'll be fairly honest. Right. I want to... Now, before anyone says this in the comment section below, this is just a joke. Cram people in this room like a tin full of sardines and see if they'll accept it. Oh, don't take me for serious, I'm not saying that to be against any sort of employment rights or space anymore. I'm sure there's something about that. That's the kind of table I want. How many laptops can I get on that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And then we'll get the chairs in very quickly. Right. Because you don't necessarily need proper desks for these people, as long as they like it in there, is what I'm basically getting at here. Okay, and I'm going to have the Tetra be black. Oh, I've messed with that, and it's falls night, that's why I can't change it back. There we go. Just to give that feature, which actually doesn't have a Tetra on the underside. Yeah, true. Let's do the secondary as black as well, or grey. Just blend it. So we got this small side room here. People are unhappy with their job. Who's unhappy and why? You feel stuck, nothing to do, my friend is gone. People retire, I can't compel them to say. Best employer, very happy. Best product, very happy. Great. That's great. Don't get me wrong, it's great, and they're gonna go in the mafia room right now, but you know, one of those. Now I actually have an excuse to get rid of this now because I need shelves, which I hadn't put in beforehand. So what I'm gonna do, I have some books I need one of these just to line up, and I'll get some plants actually, let's see if we can put plants on these. We can. Right, so we're gonna get that, move you along, and I've got a lot of plants in storage now, as you can see. Because when we demoed the building, I actually did what someone advised and put stuff in storage, as you can see, so kind of funnily enough, we're full of stuff that I don't need. Hang on, what benefit do you actually give? How does a keyboard use water? I don't understand that. Right, in here we go. 98, 96, 99. Okay, 99, 99, and then best design. Okay, and we gotta duplicate this kind of pattern now, which is a bit tedious, but we're gonna anyway. Get rid of these as well, just so I can duplicate this a bit easier. Okay, so I'm then going to grab these again. I do find it funny to imagine that the devs at some point had to patch before being able to duplicate your awards. I don't think you can spawn awards. I'd be amazed if you can. Probably can actually, knowing how the game works. Like any game, you can manipulate data entries, so you know what you're doing. Hold on, speaking of data entries, why the lemon heck is this off? Doop that there, move that there, and then doop. Don't know why I seem to have gone a bit lopsided here, but okay. Yeah, I went a bit sloppy, clearly. Right. Put you there, and then I'll just delete that, dupe that over there, delete that, okay, then just move that over one. This is a rookie mistake I've made there. I hope I haven't done it in the basement. No, I didn't. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just distributing any awards that we've got, even though some of these are just useless for some people. Okay, that's fine. Have those in those offices like so. And then we'll just add to them, and yeah, they won't have big effects on some people, but yeah, we'll do. Alright, what are you complaining from? You're an ox. You're illegal. Formal complaint. Interesting. The office environment is lousy. Lousy. Oof. Didn't expect that. It's a bit of a bold statement for an employee to make. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you know, I don't think. Oh, I didn't realize that person died. I don't think I'd be saying that. That's probably grounds for termination in some countries, but not in the UK, I know that. But I'm just saying, like, that is a risky comment to make to a boss, in my opinion. I don't think I'd ever say it's lousy. I might disagree with some people on that, but ultimately, being the higher person, the moral ground of it all, I won't say lousy. I would structure it in such a way that's appropriate and formal, especially if I'm a leader of a team. At that type of stage, you got to be very appropriate. You know, we'll do one more day and then we'll wrap this episode up by all means. But lousy, wow. We do need to hire, don't get me wrong, but that was that because I didn't give him an award in their room? No, it's a wall that don't have an award. So is this actually working? Are you... Yeah, I had a feeling this was getting used by 2 different teams. Avengers. Okay. I'm trying to see if this actually works. I mean, I'm not getting any complaints. I don't understand why you're selected. Huh. Don't get that. Right. We're in July. Next month's August. And the marketing has not been coming along very well, so I'll just release it as it is. And go with what they've made. I mean, the pretty confident press have said it's the greatest thing. Decent, feature rich. Shows products was somewhat interesting. Oof, roasted. Yeah, marketing has become a shambles team, I'll be honest. I can't wait to have it all be one add-on team again. And then they are separate to all the other teams, and I can kind of micromanage add-ons then. And really then be able to do stuff based off what they make instead of me like micromanage everything that's released, you know, and just have a bit of fun. Go in, add some things in, etc. And something I'm doing right now is looking at the console quickly. So is the console still viable? That's computers. I'm looking for... Let's make this easier. Phoenix Box. It's pretty good, but it didn't make much of a profit at all. Oof. Right. Make a sequel. Networking. Just enable networking. That's all I'm gonna do. Does that actually make our job any more difficult? Because we already have the antenna and everything else. No, it doesn't. Good. Oh, yeah, we'll cancel that. Okay. What's been released? I didn't get a chance to read that. Play Sports 15. Wow, we're on the 15th iteration. That is something. So we need to make this, and I'm going to presume if I close that, which team is this going to go to? I think OS should take it, in my opinion. So I'm going to put it on OS as primary directive for them to make it. How on God's earth has OS not got a single designer in systems? There is no way that is possible. It's an operating team that works on computer systems and they don't have a designer in systems? Come on. What are they running down there? Who are they hiring? I'm gonna run ahead with this and I'm just yeah, I'm amazed. I mean, I'm mind blown that that's even possible. Right, we'll release this. Cadwell's Golf. I'll do a 50,000 marketing budget on it. As such, Mafia is still making $1 million. Phoenix Box is still making a fair bit too. I'm gonna let this get printed, and look at that already. It's gonna go through the roof, that. But with that said, guys, as always, I hope you have enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to leave a like on the video as well. Make sure you do subscribe by all means, and if, and I mean this, if I've earned it, feedback, like, subscription, all of them really help. As well, just talk in the comments, you know, if you want to ask a question, just ask it. I answer so far every comment. I don't think I've missed a single comment. And I mean within the same day answering. Since my first comment I got in a while, you know, a while back, it was like years between someone asking a question. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, do you do this? Will you play this? Will you do that? I'm like, thank God everyone broke the silence, because it's like quiet as heck. Anyway, let's hire 2 people for that team as well, just so I can fix that. I hope OS aren't going to get overcrowded from that. No, they're not. Okay, but anyway, we'll see you next time, guys. Been fun having you. Goodbye.